Hey everyone, I'm Lexi, Senior Marketing Manager here at AirDNA, and today I'm excited to introduce you to some of our really cool new market research tools. So let's dive in. The first new feature we'll look at today is our redesigned all-metric heat maps. One quick call out here that I'm in the Property Manager tool, so your left-hand navigation may look a little bit different if you're on the research plan, but the functionality of what we're going to cover today is going to be the same across all of our AirDNA paid packages. So starting here on the most zoomed out view of the entire United States, you can see our heat map functionality over here to the right. Heat maps are definitely not new to AirDNA, but we've really upped their functionality. Previously, you could only see a single metric on the heat map, which was market score. Now you'll see this awesome new metric dropdown that then dynamically shades the map area by your selected metric. Why is that so cool? Well, it helps you spot pockets of opportunity faster with visual dynamic data. We have kind of all the standard metrics in the dropdown like revenue, occupancy, and daily rates, but we've also added some really cool new ones that I'll call out here now, like listing count showing how many active listings are in a market. We have property ratings showing where the top and bottom rated properties on Airbnb are located within a market. We have location score showing the best and worst locations in a market. Home price showing how much home costs in submarkets and markets. And even yield, which is really cool, showing return on investment for short-term rentals. An important thing to note here is that the shading is dynamic and will change based on the filters that you apply. But on this super zoomed out entire country view, filters aren't really helpful at revealing opportunities. So we'll dig into a specific market to show you where this heat map data becomes a little bit more actionable. If we go a bit deeper into our research from the country view into a market, we see all of the same metrics here on the heat map for this specific market and the submarkets within it. We've also got this really cool new table view overlaid on top of the map, which has 3 tabs: submarkets, listings, and for sale. This table is essentially your sorted list view of the data that is on the heat map and dynamically updates based on the metric that you have selected. So for example, if I'm on market score, my table is sorted with the highest market score submarket at the top and the lowest down here at the bottom. Then if I switch to a different metric, let's say occupancy, my table then resorts itself, putting the highest occupancy areas at the top of the list and shifting lower occupancy areas down to the bottom. If I click over into the listings table, I then see data for individual active short-term rental listings on the heat map in small little pills. Previously, you had to kind of click into each of these little dots in order to reveal the data that you were looking for. So this new pill format makes it a lot quicker to find top or bottom performing listings in any market. Now, this market view is definitely where applying filters can really help you narrow down your search. So for example, if I know that I'm only interested in 4-bedroom properties in Orlando, I can add this filter. And then the heat map and the list will update to show me the data for only 4-bedroom properties in this market. And then lastly, if I click for sale properties, I see heat map data for properties that are currently for sale in these markets. So overall, this table is an awesome high-level view. But if you want to go deeper into your analysis, you can always pop into the larger subpages that we have built for each tab, which are over here. You see top submarkets, top short-term rentals, and for sale properties. And then from here, it's really easy to click into submarkets or listings to find all of the details you want to learn about a specific listing or submarket. So that's our new and improved heat maps functionality. Our market research data is now more visual than ever with the goal of helping you spot short-term rental opportunities faster. So now we'll transition into another brand new feature to AirDNA, which is AI market overviews. They're AI powered summaries of real guest reviews in any given market. And why does that matter? Well, we already know that hard data is incredibly important in making short term rental investment decisions, but subjective data about what the guests are saying is pretty important too, because it gives you the opportunity to essentially vet the vibe of any market and avoid any costly watchouts. So we provide 5 categories of AI summarized guest review data sourced directly from Airbnb guest reviews. These summaries can be found throughout the market overview page. So right here underneath of your heat map, you'll see this AirDNA AI icon, which signals that these are AI overviews. Here you'll see a market overview, which is really just a general market summary of all of the categories of reviews. And you'll also get high-level list of what guests are loving, which are positive themes from Airbnb reviews. And then if we scroll down to the listing overview section, we then get to the 3 remaining categories of AI overviews, which are amenities, which is a list of praised or commonly found amenities at short-term rentals in this market. Typical guest groups, which show the typical visitor types like families, large groups, or couples. And then also common issues and complaints, which are general market complaints like parking or noise issues. So as I mentioned before, this new feature helps you get a feel for the market and the types of guest feedback that you can expect, helping you invest smarter. Because there's nothing worse than buying a short-term rental only to find out later that parking is absolutely impossible for guests. So this marks the end of our new heat maps and AI overviews functionality demo. Thank you for watching, and we hope you enjoy using these new market research tools.